Hi guys. Oh, hi. We are making the long-awaited gnocchi. Why long-awaited? Okay, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've been telling Joe let's make this for about 3 months, right?
Yeah, something like
I just keep going, babe. Okay, when we're thinking about our menu coming up, we're like, what do we make? What do we make? What do you feel like making? What should we make? And then I started thinking about things that people have said. Hey, Mitten, blah, 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 do you have a recipe for da 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 picadillo? And then I'm like, yeah, I'll make picadillo. Somebody else will say, do you have a recipe for sopapillas? Then I'm like, yeah, I'll make. Do you have a recipe for broccoli soup? I'm like, yeah, let me make it. Okay, so that's generally how our, like on Friday, Saturday, we talk about what we want to make this coming week. Okay? So when we're talking about it and saying, what do we want to make? What should we make? Do you have any? Do you have? This is what I say. Joe, do you have any ideas of what we should make this week? And Joe goes, no, not really. Is that Bernadette? Hi, baby. So then Joe's like, no, I'm kind of open. And I'm like, okay, do you have a preference? Like, is there something that, like if he's thinking, like when we did the chicken cordon bleu, Joe was like, I kind of want to show him blah, 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 blah. So then I put chicken cordon bleu, and then I put an asterisk next to it, and I'll say something like, make sure to show blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like we spend a lot of time really on our menu of things that we think you guys would like, on things that we think that you guys would want to have information on just things that we think that would be good to know how to make, like an enchilada sauce. Now you can have wet burritos. Now you can have enchiladas. I mean, it's a good, I mean, you can make the Mexican lasagna. Anyways, we kind of determine what we're going to make based on, you know, if you guys have said, can you make a brownies? Like, yeah, I mean, I can make brownies for you guys, blueberry muffins, whatever, but nobody ever asked for baking. So I said all that to say, I've been begging Joe since about November. I said, babe, let's make gnocchi. And Joe's like, I don't want to make that. Joe hates making it. And we made it once before, about a year and a half ago, maybe. It's been a while. And then Joe's like, I don't want to make gnocchi. And I was like, why? And I mean, we're very chill. We're like, we laugh a lot through our conversations. And then I'll go, why? And he's like, fuck that. He's like, it's got a curse on me. And like we jokingly talk about how the last time we made it, or yeah, we just talk. So then he starts going, man, it's like hounding me because I wouldn't let up on it. So then the next week, I'm like, hey, you want to make gnocchi? And he's like, so if I'm doing things, I'll make blah, blah, blah. And I'll list off 2 or 3. And I go, do you mind cooking these 2? So we used to go live a lot more. We used to go live about 5 or 6 nights a week. And then I'd say, well, I'm going to cook 2 or 3 nights. Why don't you cook 2 or 3 nights too? So we just talk about what we're going to cook, how we're going to cook it, what kind of things we're going to use. All the
flat thing.
It's like it's actual business for us. For us, we go into work and we sit down. We brainstorm on what we're going to make. We brainstorm on what kind of things we want to show you guys, and then the day of, we start prepping, like in our head, like make sure we talk about this, make sure we talk about this, make sure we explain this, make sure. So that's what we do. That's just this is our business. This is how we handle it. We take it very seriously. And I said, Joe, it's been a long time. I really want to make it. And he didn't want to do it in January. And then the end of January came, and I was like, babe, can we make gnocchi sometime in February? And he's like, fine. This is how he talks, because we're goofy with each other. He goes, fine, I'll make that damn gnocchi. And I'm like, okay.
Whatever.
And he goes, so long story short, it came to February, and I said, you said you'd make it. Now we're doing it. And he goes, you're not going to stop with me until I make that damn gnocchi. And I was like, last time you said, fine, I'll make it. Like, that's literally saying, go ahead and schedule it. And I'm scheduling it. So
Stop turning that off.
I did that because I'm fucking hot, man. I'm like this.
We need boiling water.
You did that with the pretzels too, and it was an hour before. Okay, you guys, stop. So we're doing gnocchi. Well,
Gnocchi.
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 So we made potato skins, and if you know how we make it, here's your potato. Joe cuts this part, and then this part, so there's about that much in the center. Okay? So
I don't cut a potato in half and have like super deep potato skins.
Mhm.
You got to cut the center out of the potato, and so you have short little cups, cups of wonderfulness.
And they were good when we ate them. Okay, so but we'll have that for dinner sometimes. Like our son made wings, and we had a bunch of stuff for Sunday. We had what do we have?
We had the wings, and we had he had some steak.
He had Mexican chicken. If you know what Mexican chicken is,
Chicken.
it's like, hey, two skulls, one swing. How are you, honey? So you get a chicken leg. If you go into a Mexican, it's called a tienda. It's called a Mexican store. You go onto the tienda, and the chicken leg quarter is split in half, and then they put some orange seasonings on it or something like that. Anyways, they made a lot of food. My son's a chef, so they made a lot of food. They made some white rice. They made some steaks. Anyways, we went over there for Super Bowl. We took the potato skins. I made some bread for him because he loves bread. I made a fresh loaf of bread. This is all we have left. Joe came home from work and had a ham sandwich with fresh baked bread.
Nope.
I did it, you guys. Look,
Get back out.
it literally felt like, I don't even know how to describe it. If you are from the Midwest and you know what a cartwheel dinner roll thing is, they used to sell it. It's called a cartwheel dinner roll. And it's like this big, and it's a bunch of buns all attached. And it's really, really soft. I'm shook myself. I don't know how I do it. I'm just excited that I learned how to do it, and I'm excited to do it. Okay, hold on. You guys have me on 3 different. Look at this was last night. Stop. I'm gonna make Joe's friend some because he's a good friend of Joe's. This is the loaf. I made that. Mitten, shut up. I know, bro. I cannot shut up. Joe came home and ate a couple slices with a piece of ham. Okay, back to my story. So we had potatoes left over. Joey. What is gonna make me so happy?
Gnocchi.
So he got the papas. These are called papas.
Word of the day.
Word of the day.
Papas.
¿Quién es?
Papas.
¿Qué es?
What?
What is it?
Oh, it's potatoes.
Papas. It's
Papas is potatoes.
yes. So we put it through a ricer. Can you see how?
¿Dónde está papas?
Where are they?
Right there.
Stupid.
Papas are there.
So anyways, you guys, we put it through the ricer just to get it. If you want to just mash them with a masher, just kind of mash them really good. But see how, like, they're soft. Okay.
And as dry as you can possibly get them.
So some people have said it's not good to use boiled potatoes. We have baked them in the past. We're using baked because that's how Joe did his potato skins in the oven. So if you want to boil them. We're using baked today. I've even seen people use instant potatoes, but Joe would never.
Never.
Okay, hold on, guys.
Rather make
Oh wait, is that you, Cube? You little fine little man, you. Okay, back to it. Okay, I'll get out of the way. You say what you're doing, and this doesn't even start yet because we got to do you.
Gotta do me.
Let's
So
go.
let's just clean yourself a spot. Take your potatoes and rice them if you can, because it you want them smooth. You want them smooth, as smooth as you can get them.
You're putting Parmesan.
Yeah, a little
Nope.
Parmesan.
I'm using it for my stuff.
No, I'm using some too.
Not this one anyway.
I just made that for me.
Nope.
So we're just gonna cut this up. And the reason I'm just using it, I'm not kneading it together. The less you knead it, the fluffier and lighter they'll be. Because if you over knead them, they'll start getting gummy. So let's just cut them up a little bit. And then we're gonna add 1 egg yolk. They Then we're just gonna cut that in. Do you have a little scraper?
The pink one.
Little pinky?
I think I need this for the cheese, for the sauce.
Well, there's more in there. There's more in there. Right there. Give me a little.
I'll
Give me a little.
I'll sprinkle this one. There you go.
All right. So now we're not gonna knead it in there. We're gonna cut it in. Just cut it in.
Oh wait, we gotta back them up. They're not seeing you, baby. Look.
Oh.
Move this.
Back. There we go. Just gonna cut it in with our little, what you will call it there. Okay. Not kneading. We're just cutting. The less you knead it, the less gummy they will be. So get the egg incorporated throughout.
If you want to just bake them, you guys, how much potatoes did you use, babe?
This is a pound of potatoes. I weighed them myself.
I think it was like 4 or 5, but obviously, like I said, we cut the sides off.
And I'm just gonna spread them out just a little bit, just so they, helps them dry a little bit, get a little more air in there. So we're just gonna, okay.
Oh wait, guys, please do me a favor.
There we go. Eggs in, and now I got a 1/4 cup of flour, and I'm just gonna add it to it as needed. And then now we're going to cut this in. I got about, we'll go half of it at least. We're gonna need some. And then we're gonna cut that in just the same way before we start kneading. Okay, just fold it in on itself, cut it in. It'll incorporate. Okay, we want to knead it as little as possible. And then when you just do start kneading it, it's got to be so it's not too sticky on your hands when you start kneading it around and mixing them up. You don't want it sticky. So you'll just add more flour if it's a little sticky. So we're just going to get done cutting some of this in. Then we're going to start mushing it together a little bit. Do a little kneading. Okay. And here we go. We'll see where we're at. I used about 2/3 of that 1/4 cup. So we're just gonna kind of mush it together. You gotta be very gentle with this stuff. Okay?
How gentle?
Very gentle. It's a little sticky, so we're just gonna incorporate. Give it a little more flour.
You're looking for springy but dry.
Yeah.
And honestly, you guys, it's just to make use of, like, if you have maybe even just 2 potatoes or 3 potatoes and you want to make something out of it for dinner, and you have, to make sure it goes for the family of 4. You know what I mean? That's ideally what we're trying to do, is give you another option. For us, it was, instead of us wasting it and throwing it away because we didn't use all of it for our potato skins. If you're gonna make potato skins, guys, make use of the center.
I think we're good. What do you think? Is that too sticky? Not sticky enough? A little drier? I'll make it a little bit drier. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Well, we're just very minimum on the kneading. Just get that stuff in there. Your flour.
I think, yeah. There, you know what? There you go. That's what I was gonna say to do. Joe, it's not my bread. Stop trying to treat it like my bread.
Walk the bread.
I love baking the bread. You guys, if you start making bread, just
Okay.
here's a caution. You'll be hooked through the nose. Almost as bad as I am with the Coke Zero. I mean, it's addicting. Well, you know why, guys? It's because When you make homemade bread, obviously it tastes great, warm bread with some butter, but obviously being a gorda that I am, don't really need to eat too much of that. But it's really kind of like, it's a challenge. Like, imagine, you know how when you challenge yourself to not whoop your kid's butt when they're acting up in a store, you're like, if I can get out of here without beating that butt, you feel like victorious. Okay, that's what it feels like with your bread. You feel so victorious.
All right, there's our little whatchamacallit here. Now we're just gonna cut off these and then make some ropes.
Or long worms.
Yeah, long worms. Okay. Start out with one, and then you just gotta be very gentle when you're rolling.
And that's probably a good way to know if it needs more flour or something if it starts crumbling, right? What do you think?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. More flour would probably make it crumblier, I would think. But they're hard to work with because they're so. You got to be so delicate with them.
Okay.
You want big ones? Big gnocchi?
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever you do is fine.
All right.
I would do like 1 inch circumference.
1 inch. That was about 3/4 of an inch right there.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna cut off the end. We don't need that one. And we're gonna about 1 inch square, little pillows. Okay.
That's good.
There we go. There's your gnocchi.
Okay, put them over there for now.
All right, we're going
Here, I'll move
to.
the garlic.
We can put them on a parchment paper in a pan or something.
And
So they're ready.
Shannon, when you watch this, I'll do it. Shannon, when you watch this,
Another one?
I'm thinking about you, Mama. Because Shannon was, the one I mod for on Saturdays. She's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for gnocchi. And Devious too. Devious is like, oh good, it's on Wednesday, I get to watch it. So I'm glad. I like that you guys, you know what, you guys, I know we don't get a lot of people in here doing our lives. Our lives are not like we're doing drama and, talking crap and doing all that. If we get people that, maybe they have questions, this is a good time for them to come in when we're cooking something, but I respect the fact.
You want to be gentle with them. Very gentle.
They're baby pillows.
Yeah, they're very big little baby pillows.
Okay. Oh, look, I got a piece of garlic in there.
All right, we'll cut us another batch here.
I'm gonna put them on here, guys, and then I'm gonna put flour because he's still got to do one more step. It's gotta make and you don't have to. You can do them just like this and boil them. We're just gonna do the lines on them to get.
Or you can take them. So if you got pasta sauce or something, you can take and just dimple it like that, and then it'll hold the pasta sauce.
That's what you make the lines in it for, you guys, is so that way it has a spot to groove the sauce. That makes sense? Otherwise, I'll just wash off there? No.
Yeah, it'll just rinse
Slide
it
off.
Slide
Yeah,
off.
yeah. I don't know what word I was trying to say.
Yep. Give them a little dusted. Put those right over there.
This is what I'm doing, guys. Just kind of tossing them.
Yeah, she's just putting a little bit of flour on them, sprinkling them. Now the last one.
Gentle.
Just gotta go slow. Gotta go slow. And I'm just rolling back and forth and then putting pressure like this. And then as I'm rolling, I'm kind of doing this. And then stretching it out.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys, this Friday we have our members giveaway for the t-shirt. This Friday. Thank you guys for holding on and waiting it out and everything. We are expecting 3 to 4 inches overnight, and then another 2 to 3 inches the next night. It's supposed to snow, and for the next 3 days, you guys.
You wash my hands?
All right. I'm excited. We're gonna celebrate the snow with a t-shirt giveaway. We're excited.
All right.
Ooh, you scared me.
Turn the water off again.
Who did? Oh yeah, I did.
did.
I was so hot standing there.
Well, I'm ready to boil them.
No, we're not. You still gotta make lines on them. We're a long ways from there.
Oh my goodness.
All right, go for it.
All right.
I'll move this fire over here.
All right. Okay.
Did you put salt in here?
No, not yet. We gotta take a nice little pinch of salt and put it in your water. Nice little pinch of salt.
I'm scared.
There.
I
You
got
got
it.
it?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that right now.
Regular pan of water. If you want to use a small pan, we're just using like a spaghetti pan with hot water.
Just gonna put some salt in there. Probably. Oh, like that.
Like the ocean.
Like the ocean. Almost. Not quite that salty.
Kind of.
It's potatoes, man. They soak that stuff up.
Yeah.
So there's our little gnocchi. Now we gotta wait for it to boil again. But she wants a little, what you call it?
Okay.
You want like a thing,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Maybe on the back of it, on the back of the fork.
Does it think that's better?
I think.
Like that?
Yeah.
Put little ridges in there.
And you have to make sure there's flour on them before, guys, or it's gonna stick on the prongs.
And you just take it and then kind of roll it off there.
Stop it. Did he do that? Yes, he did. Hey, who's she? Who's she? She opens the bathroom door. I'm gonna stick these in the water, guys. That's it. Just boiling water. Potatoes. That's it. That's it. Watch. There's no wrong way. If they don't have lines on them, you guys, grab it. If it didn't get a line, then just grab it and put your...
I'm just taking them on the fork and then just taking them and then kind of
Yes.
rolling them.
You guys, I wanted you guys to learn
And
this
just
so
puts a
bad.
little you just got to be very careful with them. Do you want them all like that? Or
Whatever, do this one.
all right, so we did some just to show you.
Do
Is
some
that
more.
boiling?
Oh,
It's not
shit.
even boiling.
Sorry.
Holy moly.
Hold on. Look at them out. Look at them out. I got them.
There you
Yeah,
go.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah, just
We'll just...
I'll take care of it. I got this.
Minor detail. Minor detail. Hey, randomly,
Turn my water
Ash.
up a little bit, just because there's salt in
Oh, things. So it's what we used. We had potato skins, Ash, and what we did was we got the potato skins, and my husband does. Here's the potato. He cuts this side off and this side off. So then there's that
there.
much
There's
in
about
the
that
middle.
much in the middle that I discard.
So all I did was take the skin off of it, so there's no skin, and it's just baked potato or boiled potato in like a bowl. And if you have a ricer, you can use a garlic press, believe it or not, and squish it through there.
Takes a while, but you can do it.
Any way you can get the potatoes to be as smooth as you can, okay? Then you get, what my husband did was made a hole, put an egg yolk, and put just about a quarter cup of flour.
Yep.
And there was 1 pound of potatoes. But it all depends, you guys. The potatoes you get might have more moisture, so it may take a little bit more flour. Some of them may be a little drier, and it'll be just under a quarter cup of flour.
And you don't want to over knead them. You want to keep them fluffy as possible.
Yeah, the texture, so that
Yeah.
they'll be. Yeah, we're gonna make them with some olive oil, garlic. I'm gonna make a little sauce that I had done. I think I had done them
All right.
before when I made it.
There we go. Here we'll take these.
Put them in there. I want
The
to give
starter
you something.
kit.
Shut up, Joe.
And then we're just gonna drop them in our boiling water. It doesn't have to be, super rolling boil. some of these I'm going to
It's
put
just so
the
that they don't have to sit in the water so long.
put the little divot in there so it'll hold sauce, her sauce. I'm gonna do a couple.
You guys, it's so that the water, they don't have to sit in the water so long, because if they sit in the water long, they'll fall apart. So if you do it right when the water's very, very hot, then they go in and out in about 3 to 5 minutes, if that.
Yeah,
They'll
well,
float when they're ready,
when
guys.
they'll float. That's when you know you got to take them out, when they float. And then the other way you can do these is just take them and then roll them down the thing. And then you get these little
It's the prongs of the fork.
prongs of the fork.
Where's the one?
Yeah. Do it a couple times if you want.
So I'm gonna go through, guys, and then let me
Looks good. If you want to do that, if you want to get all
see
fancy for people.
I'm gonna
They're
stick
coming
my
over.
basket in here and see them. They're starting to float to the top. Bring them over just a little bit.
Yeah. They're
See,
floating.
some of them are
floating. The ones that are floating, take them out. They're done.
Right here, just going
Yep,
swing
just-
in there and grab them.
Yeah. And you can put this, whatever sauce you have, they can go right into the sauce.
You can make
right
you can have an Alfredo sauce, you guys.
Yeah.
They're ready for the sauce. They're ready
Yep.
for butter.
Yep.
They're ready. They're at the end of the game right now.
Yep.
I forget the butter here.
And I'll just
Oh yeah, that's
take the
awesome.
floaters out.
The floater. Welcome in, guys.
More floating around in there. We'll do the rest of our little
Thank you guys for being in here. I appreciate you guys.
We'll do a couple of forks.
Fork it. Fork it.
That's a big one. I'm just gonna dump the rest of these in here. Let them boil and float.
You guys, could you do me a favor and hit the button on your way in or out? If you don't mind, I would appreciate it so much. It helps us get into the algorithm. No, I'm just kidding, guys. It does help us though. And it's a free way to say thank you.
Take the floaters out.
Once you get done with that, scoot it over here so they can see both.
Okay.
Remember that? Tiny bit up.
Up.
Yep, they can, they're only see. All right, guys, I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons of butter, real butter. You can use margarine if you want. I don't think there's anything wrong. I mean, I think it does make a difference with my baking stuff, but just have it on low right now while I'm putting some, if you have shallots, do the shallots. I'm putting garlic and some onion. My garlic brush somewhere.
In the sink, yeah. I rinsed it off.
I'm gonna put through,
All right.
putting garlic
Gnocchi done.
in here. I got butter. If you have scallions, use scallions. You want me to slide over there?
If you want to. There you go. All right, I'll move that over.
There you go, guys. Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, some.
Damn, that's
there you
hot.
go. Watch that fire. See, that's what happened when it was coming this way.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, we have our oven on, you guys. That's a long story right now,
long
but
story.
we have the oven and the heat comes out through there, so it actually gets our handles hot.
Here, I'll squeeze them on.
I'm okay.
Yeah. All
Yep.
right.
Well, that was a big one, actually.
Yeah. It's all came
Oh,
through.
they're peeled. I'm like, what happened to the
Yeah.
peel?
They're all done.
Here, you can
Just
do this
all
one now.
goodness.
Thank you. Watch it. I don't want it to fall. You guys don't let your dogs eat
Oh.
garlic or onion, even if it's just the peel. It is not good for them.
Scratch.
Yeah.
Got a scratch in the pan.
Oh yeah, it's been through. I put these things
I thought
in
there was
the
something
oven.
in it, but there was just a scratch.
I bake my bread in there, you guys, instead, because I don't have a Dutch oven. So I bake my bread in
You
here
need this on?
with this as the lid. And it works at 400 degrees, guys. One of these times I'm gonna go live and show you my bread recipe is so easy, you guys. It's so easy, and it's exciting that I guess it's exciting because I didn't realize how easy it was, and then once I started doing it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is literally ridiculous. One of these times, if you guys want to, I'll go live and show you guys. My cinnamon rolls, I literally wing the cinnamon rolls. I have no, it's just a really easy job. The cinnamon rolls, pretty much my bread recipe, I just add an egg and a little oil to it.
What's next?
Mind your business.
All right, fine. You just do you. Our gnocchi's getting cold.
If I had, we gotta put it in hot, anyways. You guys, if we have, I was gonna make some chicken, like pieces of chicken in here, strips of chicken, or if you have like, maybe even bacon, I don't know, but I was gonna put chicken, and then once my chicken was done, I was gonna take it out and do it like this, but since I don't have it ready for you guys, I'm doing just this, okay? Once I can smell my garlic and my onions, I'm gonna get some tomato paste. If you wanna squirt it out in the fancy little container, do that. I don't have that. I have a can. What's it called, La Cantina? Just regular
I believe it is, yeah.
paste. You guys, there was a chicken gnocchi soup I was gonna make for you. It's just kind of like noodles in there, don't you think, babe?
Yeah.
And I'm just getting the tomato, a toast on it. If you, like when I make my Mexican rice, I toast my tomatoes. This looks like my Mexican rice, actually. Right?
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna lower the heat because, one, the pan gets hella hot. And then I'm gonna add some heavy cream. And I didn't wanna add all heavy cream, so I'm gonna put some chicken broth. But it's up to you how you want to do yours. Can we put them all?
Yeah. You can just make a dish. Yeah, just make about half of them. I do half.
Maybe we should put another thing next time.
Want me to do it?
No,
you
just
you
some
look
of
like you're
Nope, I'm okay. I'm gonna give you some of it.
okay. Just for the folks at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that, I'm trying to decide if I want to put that on it. No, I want the cream on it. I wanted Parmesan from there. It just, like if you have real Parmesan, that's better, you guys. We got the artificial Parm, but it's gonna work. Yeah, I'll put that on my cookie sheet. And the garlic's optional, guys. You can do just a garlic powder, onion powder. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You want to put more over here?
Want more?
If you want more.
No, we'll just do a couple of dishes like that, and then we'll make some more in a little bit.
I'm adding some broth because I didn't want it too creamy. If you want it all creamy, guys, just do the regular heavy cream and some Parmesan. You do what you guys want. This is what I know we like. If I want to keep going like this instead of the chicken broth, then you can do that. I'm just doing this one because, I don't know, because I thought so. I didn't want it to get like a real Parmesan, heavy, what's that called? Alfredo-y. I didn't want that kind of texture.
Right.
I want it to be thinner. That's why I need, oops, I'm sorry.
Want Whenever you're ready, salt and pepper.
Yep, I do need salt, no pepper.
There you go. All right.
Just let it simmer for when you want it, I guess. You want your milk is cold, so you'll want to let it warm up in here before you add your cheeses or whatever you're gonna add. Okay? Because it won't do its job. You can put more. Is that all? Go ahead. Oh, sheesh.
Do it up. That'll thicken up now.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Now we're talking.
And just from the time you put your cream in, don't let it boil. Just simmer. See how it is? I mean, it's fine if it does. It will be a little bit more grittier.
All right. Serve it up. You're gonna have to deal with this.
Is that what we got?
Yeah.
I should have saved a little bit of parm for the top. Dang it.
There's some in there.
There's Mott's.
Some in there.
Okay, come on.
All right. Look at that.
All right, back it up, baby. Back it up.
Let's do this.
You'll put it there. Oh, who are you?
There you go.
Dude.
There you go.
Got it?
Got
All right, let's try it.
You need something to drink before you get this close to your mouth.
Stop it, Joe. You can put your gnocchi in while you're doing your garlic and your onion to get it toasted. I wasn't going for the toasted right now, but if you want to do it before you add any of your liquids, you guys, add your gnocchi in there and it toast it up for, you know what I mean?
Okay, let's do this.
All right, let's do it.
There we are.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Gnocchi. See if they're light and pillowy now. Tink. Oops. Gotta tink them. Tink. Look at that. Tink. Mmm. Very light and pillowy.
They taste pillowy.
Melt in your mouth.
They do.
That's what they're supposed to be. It's melting in your mouth.
That sauce is good too.
Mmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Melt in your mouth. You don't want them gummy and chewy, and they can be that way.
If you do too much, I think too much kneading.
Yeah, if you knead it too much, they will be gummy and a little chewy.
Okay.
All right, but they just melt in your mouth. Very good. That is exactly what you want. Very good. Very good.
All right. Do it toasted so they can see it. That's good.
Now what are you gonna do?
Don't you worry. Look at the garlic that's in there. The little chopped up garlic.
Where?
That's another thing. I can literally use the scraper. The little container of it.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I gotta use the back of the scraper.
Man, that gnocchi's good.
It is very good. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I think the first time we did it, I didn't know what I was doing at all. And they were so gummy and chewy. That's why I never wanted to make them again.
The cheese is good.
They're supposed to be just like that, babe.
I'm gonna use that sauce that's left,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna show them what to do. by toasting it first. Okay, guys, ready? A little olive oil with some scallions. I mean, with some onion, I'm sorry.
You gonna do that?
First, we need the garlic. But I am going to do that, just like that. I just want them to see, because I described it to them, but I didn't really show them. All right.
All right, show me what you got.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, bring them. Add some garlic, onion. Just gonna give them a toast, guys. Ooh, you tried to do those on all of them,
A
Joe?
lot of them. I did some of those fork. Doing it with a fork is
See the holes?
it really takes a little talent.
It's a quick.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Yeah. It's just getting these toasted from the fire. I'm gonna actually just put the sauce. So if you have, let's say you got pre-made vodka sauce or pre-made Alfredo sauce, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna do the beginning of it, just where you get them a toast. And I'm gonna pretend that I'm opening a jar of sauce by putting my other sauce that I just made in front of you guys. Okay, does that make sense? I mean, I can make another sauce in front of you guys. I'll do the cream and I'll do all that. Or I can just show you if you open a jar of sauce, and I'm gonna put the sauce that we just had. That makes sense, or is that confusing? Okay. This thing doesn't work.
What do you need? I would just toss them with the pan.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
we gotta first get them off of
Yeah,
there.
get 'em off. There you go.
I just washed it, so now
Yeah.
it was perfect before that. I made over easy eggs. Get a pan that doesn't stick.
Here, I'll take care of that.
No.
baby.
I'm doing the whole. I didn't even touch you.
Let them cook for a minute.
Ideally, they're gonna slide around like that. Ooh, look at how toasted that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Don't touch it. Stop.
Oh, I want it off. Okay, fine, I'm done. I just want my garlic in there. I should have done just the scallion or the onions.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the garlic. Okay, guys, we're gonna do this. Do you think so?
Yep. Let me do it.
No, bro.
You know I can do it.
They're not even moving. This pan is not good. I probably did. Why did I wash that? I did it so fast.
They're getting toasted.
They're toasting slowly, guys.
It's all right.
Good enough for the
You just
girls
gotta
I
keep
go
them
with.
moving. You
Yeah.
can't let them stop moving. There we go. Oh, careful.
This pan's gonna be the death of me. You guys saw how smooth it was. I made eggs in it, and they flipped.
Yeah, just keep them moving. Keep them on heat and let them move. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Ah!
You're gonna hurt me or you.
All right, we're done. Let's put the sauce. Oh, eat those. Or just hold them.
I'll leave them.
You're gonna eat them? You're like, give it to me.
Very good.
This is your toasting it, okay, guys? Just get a pan that doesn't stick, because then you'll have what Mitten's going through right now. Now that pan makes me mad because I really like it for my eggs.
Want another?
Yeah. Thank you, baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, it's strong on the garlic. Yes. Watch your arm. Yeah, this one doesn't look as good.
The original one was good.
We'll go with the original. This pan ruined it for me.
All right.
No, don't even show that.
No?
Nope. This is all of my stuck. How did it go from not being stuck at all?
I'm gonna try it.
Try it. I'm sure it's gonna taste great. It's just this pan. Look at. Tastes similar, or can you taste the toasted? Can't even taste the toasted. That's what I wanted to see mainly, if you could taste the toasted in it. Okay, we're done.
You were committed.
I was committed. I wanted to go, hey, you can taste the nuttiness of it. You know what I mean?
What do you think?
Not enough to do it.
Yeah, not enough to even try.
No, I would do it next time, just sauteing the garlic.
Yep. Just do the way we did it the first time, and
Yeah.
golden.
I saute it
Make
first.
your sauce, put your gnocchi in, you're good.
Do the first one, guys. This was not a success.
It still tastes great. Mm-hmm. And it actually didn't change the pillowiness of everything.
I thought it was gonna get rubbery.
Yeah, it did not. It did not at all.
So you can change it up any way you want. Just get a pan that doesn't stick. We don't have the greatest pans, guys. We're probably about 3 or 4 years old.
They're still super pillowy.
I love you guys. If you guys want to do the bread one day, I will do the bread with you guys. It literally takes about 6 minutes, and then you let it sit for about 45 minutes. It gets like this, and then I take it out of there. I put it on the counter, kind of play with it a little bit, kind of tuck it under and kind of get it ready, and then then I tuck it under, and then I put it some flour on the parchment paper, kind of put it like this, and I either put it in put it in my pan like that, and then let it hang out for a little while, about 20 minutes, or you can go right in the oven. Me and Joe usually do only one time, 45 minutes to an hour of rise, and then it goes in the oven. So, but I started just kind of playing with the recipe, and I started doing other things with it. That's one part that I'm so hot. Here, take that.
All right.
Can we show them? You guys want to learn? It's so much fun. Okay,
What are you
baby.
doing now?
I'm gonna show them the recipe real fast.
Oh my.
Yeah, put this away. Put this away! And stop your own mind. Okay. This is literally the easiest. I would have never made it if it was hard. Just know that. Just because I don't have the brains for it. I mean, not that I'm not intelligent. Okay, I usually get my tap on because it's going to take tap. Okay, and I know that it's going to take a minute.
All right. All you, babe.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but, huh?
put things away. Sodas, grog.
All right. Let me clean up a little bit.
You're like, it's all you, I'm out. Okay. Here you want that on the napkin?
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna get this one to your boss? Your little friend?
Yeah, whatever.
Buddy old pal?
Whatever.
Joe's got a little friend that he just kind of, like, Joe's a journeyman. He talks him through things. Like, if somebody were to ask him, like my mom.
Not really, no.
I was, like, walking my mom through her taxes, and I'm like, okay, it's got to be like this.
I
Okay,
ain't walking nobody through nothing.
read this line. What does it ask you? Now look at that line. Like, I did taxes for 5 years. So I go, don't overthink it. That's what our instructor or our person said, is don't overthink the question. If it says deduct line 7 from line 6, then do just that. Don't start going, oh, but that one's higher than the other one. Well, that doesn't matter. Just do what that sentence is telling you to do. Or if it says, take line 6 and multiply 0.007%. Do just that. Like, we had a computer system at the accounting firm. So I had to still know this stuff because this is the way they used to say. At any time, the computers need to go down or could go down, and you want to still be prepared. So I was telling my mom, because she's like, well, are you going to come back for tax season? I'm like, look, lady, no. I'm not going back to Texas I don't do taxes anymore. My days are done. I do not love it. The thing is that it's almost like somebody, when they know that you're a mechanic, then all of a sudden it's like, hey, would you mind coming over and blah, 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 giving me a hand with this? Okay? That's literally all of a sudden tax season. It's like,
You need more milk?
hey, can my husband, I'm going to use that.
Need more?
Yeah, please. Hey, my husband, listen to this. My husband moved out last February. Can I still claim head of house, or can we still file married filing joint? And I'm like, well, if you moved out, you can claim head of household if you have kids. And so I started explaining to them, and then they're like, okay, well, the thing is a lot of the questions they ask is them trying to, how do I say it nicely? They want me to confirm that what they're doing is okay when they know. I think they know. You can't do that. You can't do that. You have to do this. You know what I mean? And when you file married filing separate, you lose a lot of credits. A lot of credits that married filing joint and head of household get. But when you file married filing separate, you don't get those credits. And so I always tell people is if you can, try as hard as you can not to go married filing separate, because you won't get a lot of credits that are available to you. Okay.
Ready to go yet?
Shut up. Okay, this is how I make it, you guys. Use somebody timer. The timer. Get the timer.
Oh, I just slapped you in the face.
I know. I felt it on my mouth.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay. So I'm gonna get here's my 1/4 cup. Okay, so I put 1/4 cup right here. And then I get my brown sugar.
Is the iPad still out here?
It's on the luggage or on,
Oh, here?
no, right there next to the table. Right there, go to the table. I don't pack the brown sugar. I just put, shoot, that just fell. Okay. And you guys, we're not gonna wait for it to rise or nothing. I'm just gonna show you to start it, and then I'll show a picture when it's done. Okay. So it comes out probably to about 2 tablespoons of, did you find it, babe? This is my brown sugar. I put it in there. So it probably comes out to about 2 tablespoons. I just use the measuring cup because I already have it out. So I move the stuff out of the way that I'm using. You guys, I'm telling you, I can't stand measuring things and doing things, but it's literally so easy. Okay, so in here I have my brown sugar and my hot water. Brown sugar is my activator for my yeast. Okay, so I need that no matter what. You guys, I have, if I told you the size of my yeast bag, you would die. How about, so this is my 1/2 cup. You can have whatever you want, but I'm putting 1. So that's 1 teaspoon, because this is a 1/2 teaspoon. So I have 1, 1 1/2, 2. I'm going to put 2 1/2 teaspoons of yeast. Okay. Once you open your yeast, it has to go in the fridge. This is my yeast. I bought. You guys, it's $5.99 or $6.99 for 5 ounces. I just bought 2 pounds of yeast for $8.99. Okay, so now I get that, and I just kind of whip it around. And some people don't do it like this. I found this is the easiest way for me. It works for me. My bread rises. Okay. I'm mainly trying to get the sugar and everything to turn into 1. Okay? That's it. So, while that's rising, if you will, I get a bowl. And this is my last bit of flour, babe. That's why I said if you wanted to take it to berry. You guys, I'll be literally just watching a movie or something. Me and Joe will be in the living room, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, I'm gonna go bake. Joe's like, right now? And I'm like, yes, I can't get it out of my brain. Like my brain is going, oh, just go bake that loaf of bread or go, because it's so easy. All I have to do is this part. Okay, I got my sugar, yeast, and water. It's got to be warm water. Don't even measure the degrees. I'm sure there's a proper way, but I just do that. Okay. And yes, there's a proper way to do flour. You're supposed to scoop it in. But here's 1 cup. I have a scale, you guys. I just haven't started using it yet. So I have 2 cups of flour right now. Okay. So I have roughly 3 cups of flour. Okay. Put 2 in here, and I put it here. And you almost got to find a way that works for you, because there's not a right or wrong way. It's just, I'll get a bunch of different recipes, and I made my own recipe. Pretty much what I did. Okay. So now I get I'm gonna get milk, okay? It's a 1/2 cup of milk, but I'm also gonna put some more water. I might just do all milk. It makes it, the texture's different when you add milk or water. So you just gotta decide what you want your texture like. So I do milk and water. So I don't really consider this part of it, because that's really just my yeast mixture. This is the milk that I use, or the water that I use for my actual bread. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm gonna get 1 full cup of what is it called? You guys. Okay, so 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have 1 cup of milk because I have a 1/4 cup of water there. Even though I don't really include that as this, I still have to, in my head, know that I'm using it. You have to put, you don't have to, but I do. Warm milk versus cold milk. I don't know what it'll do. If it's cold, it may do something, it may not. If I was gonna make cinnamon rolls, I would put an egg in here next. But see how it's getting a little frothy? So it's kind of like, at the bottom you can see that it's like the water is brown because I use brown sugar. If you don't use brown sugar, it'll be clear. Other than the yeast. But I use brown sugar because I like the flavor it gives. Okay, so 2 cups of flour, salt. Do whatever you want, you guys. I've heard some people say don't put salt in that because it takes away from what the yeast does. Do whatever you want. I put the salt in here. I don't measure it, but if you're gonna measure it, I put a teaspoon of it. Okay? All right. So here's my warm milk. Here's my flour and sugar. Okay? I'm gonna put a tablespoon of butter. Do you have to? You can use oil if you want, just some kind of fat. Okay? Then I put it in the milk because the milk's warm enough that it will melt it. So you do what you want to do. I used to do like a wooden spoon, get a wooden dowel or something and just kind of blend it like this. I started to make my rice, what's it called, a little different the last week, maybe 2 weeks, because I like the texture that it gets now. So what I do is grab my flour and my salt, kind of move it around like when I'm making tortillas almost, and I put this in it. So this would be, if you have a bread mixer, put it in the bread mixer if that's what you want to do. I have made tortillas my whole life, and I said, you know what? I don't need the bread hook. I can do it with my hands. And then I started using my hands, and I loved the texture it gives when I use my hands. It just has a different texture. So here's I'm going to put all of this because I want all of that yeast. So because I want all of that mixture, then that will determine how little or how much of that I use. Okay, so I'm using all of this. That was a 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, not packed brown sugar. Okay, and I'm going to use here's my milk. It gets very like this, and I know it does. Believe it or not, I know what it actually does better when I'm kneading it by hand versus kneading it with the hook. I don't know why, it just does. Okay, so right now I put 1.5 cups of the milk, or 1 cup of milk and 1/4 cup of water. Okay, 2 cups of flour in here, and then I have my other cup of flour here. I do 2, and then once it looks like this, I get my flour and I just blend. Like, I almost in my head have to, like the way I did my tortillas, I scrape the bowl with my knuckles to pull it off. If you have a mixture, you guys, I know I have a bread hook, but once I tried it, the texture of once I did it without the hook, I found I like it better. So if I was making cinnamon rolls right now, I would throw the egg in here right now like this. Okay, that's the only thing different I would do is throw an egg, and I would do more, maybe another tablespoon of butter. And you do a wet dough means you're gonna have very good, great bread. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not a bad thing. You just don't have to touch it so much. That's it, you guys. That's literally all you have to do. It was just your milk, your yeast mixture. That's it. And I'm just kind of getting the wet, I guess that's a good way to say it, the wet that's in it, and you can use whatever you want to take it off. I have my ring, that's why I don't want to put my hand in there. I didn't take it off and I forgot. All right. See, it looks tacky. See how tacky it is? All right. I'm gonna put it down. You guys, I'm telling you, I am not one on, I'm not one for difficult. That makes sense. That's why a lot of times Joe will do the stuff like the cordon bleu, or if he does any of the dressings. We made like a poppy seed dressing for a salad in the summertime. I have Joe do it because I don't have the patience for like, oh, I got to measure this and I got to do this. But this literally is 3 ingredients. I mean, for me it is. The yeast mixture. I don't consider that really an ingredient, but it is. Okay. It's going to stay this way. I want it to stay tacky like this. Okay. Because when I get done, kind of just doing it by hand, what your hook would do. If you had it in the hook, you'd be like boom, 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 swinging around. I mean, everybody has their own way of how they do it. I found that I've watched so many different people do it. I take a little bit out of each person's, a little bit of each people that they're doing it, how do they make it, and I incorporate it. I know that it needs this for the texture. I know it needs this. You know what I mean? I know the things it needs. So, and you don't even have to do all this. I'm doing it because I saw the texture that it got. I made another one where it's wet and sticky like this. You put a top on it and you come back later and it's rose and you put it on parchment paper. I just wanted you to see this is this texture. This is this texture. So it's different. Every bread is different depending on how you prep it. We had this with lunch meat and it was stupid so good. Okay, that's it. That's all. I have a little bit of flour, so later on when if I decide to knead it again, after it starts rising, then I'll have flour for it. And I usually put flour on the bottom of my parchment paper, so let's just tell you that if you get it from here, put it there, okay, it's gonna be ballooned up. You get your parchment paper when it comes out. You're gonna need to put enough flour on the bottom. Okay. Then I would get this and I'd flip it over. And the whole ball would come out and it'd sit here and I would tuck it underneath it. And then I would get this whole parchment and either put it in my Dutch oven or put it on a regular cookie sheet in the center. You know what I mean? Depending on if I wanted a round loaf. If I want a round loaf, I'll do it there. This one was an oblong loaf. If you guys want me to, I'll just upload a couple of pictures or something. But anyways, let me finish showing you this one. All right, hold on. You can get oil if you have oil. I'm using this. That's it. And grab your little baby. It's not sticky anymore. I had flour, I kneaded it. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna put it right in the middle. And then I'm gonna get, sorry guys, I'm coming. These are like $5 for about 100 of them from Amazon. Just get it like that. And just put it in a warm spot. That's it. I'm gonna put my brown sugar away, my flour away. That's it, guys. That's it. That's all. We're gonna give our we gotta get more flour. That's our last bit of flour. Okay. Thank you guys for coming in. I wanted to show you guys like this next step is the end of it. Like when it comes out, I'm just gonna set it up to go in the oven. So it's pretty much on its done stage. When it comes out, I'm just gonna throw it on here, grab my hands and push it under. And then I'm either gonna grab this whole parchment and put it in here, or I'm gonna put it on the cookie sheet. If I put it on the cookie sheet, I'll probably just let it kind of blob out, because then it gets almost like a loaf of sourdough. It gets about that long, like that wide, like that. Almost like imagine a meatloaf. That's what that gets like. If you have a meatloaf on a cookie sheet, it kind of just gets long. Kind of gets like this and like this. Okay? But if it's round and I tuck it in, then I grab this and I put it in that pan. I don't have a Dutch oven. So I just use that and it works fine. That's it. Okay, another thing. If you're baking bread and your crust is too hard, because the heat is usually around 375 to 400 for about 20 to 25 minutes, you have to put like a pan of water. I don't do that because I don't know why mine doesn't get super hard. Mine's super soft from the minute I take it out of the oven. I grab some butter and I put butter on the top and it's soft. instantly. It's just soft. And then you should wait about 15 minutes to cut your first slice of bread. Supposedly, all the glucans go back to where it was supposed to be, and you get the most flavor out of your bread. Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't know. It tastes good whether I wait 1 minute or whether I wait 15 minutes. It tastes good either way. So, anyways, I'm going to let this rise. I wanted to show you guys because I keep going, oh my God, it's so easy. It is. For me, it feels easy. And it's not that I'm not smart. I don't like difficulty. And if I am able to swallow it and digest in what I'm doing, for me, I'm going, okay, here's my yeast mixture. It just takes, I put 1/4, just because I only want a tiny bit. Some people only put a tablespoon of sugar. Whatever you want to do. I put a 1/4 cup, but I don't pack it in. It's probably maybe 2 tablespoons that are in here. And I measure this to know how much water to put. And then my yeast. That's it. And then from that, I just, while it's kind of fermenting or getting blue, I grab my flour and my salt. And then I'm just kind of waiting around. I can do just water if I wanted 1 cup instead of milk. Do 1 cup of water. I just wanted to do the milk because I like the flavor that I started making. I just invented my own. Just watching people changing things, and I like the way this one tasted. I like the texture of it. I liked everything that this one did. So I just said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this and this and this. That's it. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to wait for that to rise, and I'm going to go to the next step. Have a blessed night. I'm sorry. I'm talking fast, but I'm going to finish the bread, and then I will show you guys a picture. I just don't want you guys to have to wait, you know what I mean, for it to come out or whatever. But I don't want you guys to have to hang out while it's coming out. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Bernadette, thank you. Mama, thank you. William, Brooklyn, Ryan, you're always here. Thank you. And thank you, Ash, for coming in. Anybody else who's here, I appreciate you guys swinging through. If you guys could share the link, or share the video. If you could share the video, hit the like. Oh my God, we have 10 likes already. Oh my God, that's sweet. Thank you. Anyways, you guys, we're obviously 10 is not a huge deal, but it's huge for us. We're grateful for it. Thank you for being patient. I took a day off yesterday and you guys know. Anyways, it was my dad's birthday. It doesn't get easier. You just start handling it differently. And you know that being online, poor Joe, we were eating something just basic. Like we stopped, I think we got an order of fries. And we were sitting there, and I took a drink of my soda, and then we were sharing fries. And I looked, and I saw these little kids holding Happy Meals, and I go, and I just started crying. And he's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, I just feel bad. Like my kids didn't know what it was like to walk out of a McDonald's holding a little box, just as a single mom. I mean, just didn't. It was like $6 for 2, or maybe $8 for 2, and we didn't have it. And I just started bawling, you guys, like a pathetic. I said, "I'm so sorry, babe." I said, I can't believe I'm crying. My kids are 27 and 30. And I just said, I'm just a mess right now. Like I'm very, very, very vulnerably touchy about things right now. And it's not the Happy Meal. It wasn't the memory. It was just, it's just really touchy for me right now. I'm, getting over the Christmas, the holidays. And thank you so much, Crazed5. I did get your email. I appreciate it. And Bernadette, thank you guys for just checking up on your girl. Yeah, my Christmases and stuff are just a little, they're hard. And then I have my dad's anniversary in January and his birthday in February. My older brother, we were so close, and he passed at 20. It was 2 weeks before his 21st birthday. So I have the month of March is my brother Andy, and then the month of April is his birthday. So we have my dad anniversary, then birthday, and then my brother's anniversary, and then birthday. Lord, just get me to freaking May, for the love of Jesus. Get me to May. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a blessed night. I would say you don't have to use real butter. If anybody is wanting to know, I've used margarine with my bread and it works out just fine. You don't have to use real butter. You can actually use oil, canola oil, olive oil, 2 or 3 tablespoons of it or whatever. And you don't have to use unbleached or bleached. I use all-purpose bleach. Sometimes Joe buys unbleached and sometimes he buys bleach. So it's whatever you have is fine. And then you don't have to use milk. If all you have is water, it works with water. There you go. Thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the gnocchi. Little pillows. Stop. Joe, little made ridges in them. All right. I love you guys. Have a blessed night, everybody. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you. I hope you guys have a blessed night. Hit the button on your way out. Share it if you know somebody who would like to learn how to make gnocchi. We have our Cash App, PayPal, Venmo in the links or on our About page. And our email's in there if you have any questions. If you're cooking and you're like, what did she say? What am I supposed to do with this? Send me an email. All right. Have a blessed night, guys. Be blessed. Be a blessing to the others. They're like the mailman doesn't even know. Like, who knows if somebody's talked to him or smiled at him or waved at him. Just never know.